Welcome back to Bash Pros in episode 84, I think. Yes, 84 of Notorious Pro Wrestling, the TEW Let's Play series, where we find out what exactly would happen if Conor McGregor started his own wrestling promotion. Oh my god, lads and ladies. It's currently midnight. Midnight. I am knackered. This is the latest I have ever recorded. It is the Frostbite pay-per-view, our final pay-per-view of the year. Before we head into 2023, as with all our pay-per-view shows, I will discuss the storylines leading into each of the matches. But before that, let's take a look at last week when yous were here. It was week 3 of December and it was a 70 rated show. I feel like we overperformed. We had a little tiny bit of hint of dissension with Kelly Ray looking off during a Filthy Generation promo. We had a Jake the Snake and his spooky boys and girls promo, warning Pentagon that whatever happens, the blood is on his hands. In the match tonight between Rey Fenix and Sonico, we had the debut of Claudio Castagnoli in the big and bad Jay Lethal Invitational Battle Royale, which Claudio won. Lethal then went to celebrate with Claudio to make him his new backup and muscle, but Claudio did not shake his hand and walked off with his friend Chris Hero. And in the main event, we had Crazy Mary Dobson defeat Maiko Satomura. Post-match, Maki Ito came out to check on her mentor, headbutted Crazy Mary Dobson, but Mary Dobson shrugged it off, laughed it off, just to plant that seed of doubt that Maki Ito might not retain tonight. So that was last week's show. Now let's talk about news. The first one I want to talk about is right here. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Orange Cassidy signs with WWE. Enjoy the 24/7 title division, dude. He's not. He's just not. This is the second comedy wrestler WWE signed from the Indies / AEW. The last one was, funnily enough, Joey Janela, who had recently changed from a Daredevil style to a comedy style. And yeah, I actually believe he is their current 24/7 champion. He is. Joey Janela, or Jules Dubrow, as he is in WWE, is the 24/7 champion. If Orange Cassidy is not the person that dethrones him, I will be shocked. Effie's there? Fuck me. They're just GCW legends, Effie and Joey Janela, reduced to the 24/7 fucking championship. That's bad, man. And soon to be Orange Cassidy. Holy shit. Right, moving on. Because there wasn't that much news today, I thought I'd take a wee look at the company wars to see where we are, to see where all the new companies that have started up are, and to see where all our 6 nations of wrestling partners are. So working from the bottom to the top, here we have ICW currently sitting at 60th. Bottom last in the world. They are not massive, they are tiny. They have a good squad. There's a lot of talent there. Kelly Ray, Grado, Kenny Williams, Kez, Stevie Boy, Bonesaw. Both Kings of the North. Why they are not doing better, I partially think it's their style. Very hardcore focused, so not very popular with sponsors. Probably difficult to get a TV deal. And honestly, a lot of their wrestlers are not hardcore based. Kelly Ray is a regular wrestler. Grado is a comedy entertainer. Kenny Williams is a lightweight, high flyer. Kez Evans, regular wrestler. Stevie Boy, regular wrestler, high flyer. For a hardcore revolution style, very few hardcore wrestlers. Very few. So yes, I think that's probably why they're not doing too great. Then we have my personal favourite, Sensational Wrestling Championships. Do you know why they're my personal favourite? I fucking nailed that logo. I know it's a really silly thing, but I did. That is a fucking good logo. I legit made that from scratch, and I think it looks fucking sexy. Shelton Benjamin still their title holder. 250 days, not bad for the big gold belt. National champion is Jay Briscoe, tag team is Zicky Dice and Bram, and women's is Harlow Hara, who I've never heard of before. 57th of the world then is our Australian Six Nations member, Pro Wrestling Australia. Love that logo. Their champion, I don't know any. Like, this is the women's championship held by a dude called Big Fudge, which is my nickname, by the way, which is fucking weird. Yeah. PWA tag team, haven't heard of either of them. Premiership title, never heard of. Heavyweight championship, Jack Bonza. Again, obviously a lot of their like biggest members are probably elsewhere. Like we have like Robbie Eagles is in New Japan, Kyle Fletcher with us and others, Caveman Ugg, I think it's just only them. PWG as well, and MCW. Madison Eagles at Rev Pro. We have Rev Pro then. I won't go into too much detail, but we'll quickly knock it out. We have the 3 tournaments that will be starting up after the P12. I'm going to start with the Great British Tag League because I do feel like Rev Pro's tag division is one place we can greatly improve upon. Ricky Knight Jr., current Rev Pro champion, will drop the belt soon and go to the main roster. Nathan Cruz recently won the sexy new Rev Pro title from Carlos Romo. We'll have a good run with that, I like to think. Tag champs then are Aussie Open. That's not going to change for a while. We're going to be brutally honest. Millie McKenzie then, our most recent women's champion, dethroning B Priestley, and then B and Jimmy Hayter will be called up to the main roster soon. Attack then, man, they have a good roster. So Mark Davies, Crazy Mary Dobson, LJ Cleary, Kid Lycos, Eddie Dennis, Lycos Jr. 2, Darren Kearney, Danny Jones, like great, just awesome roster. Mark Davies is their attack champ, that's pretty cool. 24/7 champ is Mark Andrews, and then tag champs are the O121. We've also started to have trades now between our Six Nation partners, so Attack loaned Ross Jordan, never heard of him, to ICW. HWC then are our NWA ripoff. Current champions then are Alan Angels, Buddy Royal. Tag television champion is Jake Hager, oh there you go, and Universal champion is Silas Young from ROH. I fucking love that logo. The classic Southern Wrestling. Current champions then, so no tag champs yet. TV champ is Pepper Parks, which is the Blade. And then World Heavyweight champion is Jungle Boy. Sure. But yeah, that's also really cool to see. Next one up then is WXW on 34, number 34 in the world. Jurn Simmons is their mid-card shotgun champion. Sasa Kale is the unified WXW champion. Women's champion is Dash Chisako. And tag champs are Avalanche and Dirty Dragon. And then here we are up in 31. For a long time we'd stalled out down here in the kind of low to mid 40s. So it's kind of great to see us just nearly getting out of the second page and into the first page. And of course then here is the first page, all the top dogs. Nothing really massive to note. Strong Style, which if you remember very, very early on in the save was actually New Japan US, but they kind of splintered away. It was weird, but I love when things like that happen, so you know, fuck me, right? So yeah, they kind of splintered away and they are doing their own thing, but they have dropped down the ranks. They were actually about 5th, I think. They've dropped down a little bit. GCW has been fucking nailing it. They are up. They've grown to medium size, so they're on par now with almost NXT and AEW. Yeah, Mance Warner is their champ. Tag team that's weird. That's a weird combination. Moving on. Yeah, they have Mance Warner is their top star, and he started. I'm not saying he started lowly, but they have built him up. Out with a minute with a broken tailbone. Ow. But my god, I think GCW is the opposite of ICW, where they just really, their outlaw hardcore style of wrestling, they got people in and around that hardcore style. Mance Warner, absolutely a hardcore wrestler. Nick Cage, the psychopath. Yep, that's true. You know, Chuckles the Clown, although he's an entertainer, he does have some hardcore there. I do feel like they have really, Ricky Shane Page, you know, definitely a hardcore wrestler. They have good hardcore talent, which is the main difference between GCW and ICW. AEW has dropped down from 2 down to 4, so could be about the amount of talent they have dropped. No massive changes to their... Proud and Powerful won the tag belts. Really kind of sad about them not liking each other in real life anymore for whatever reason, but hey ho. Very much dropped down to the 4th best. New Japan has overtaken them, and NXT, man, I don't know, apparently NXT is just fucking baller in this Notorious universe. Adam Cole, champ, cruiserweight, Brian Kendrick, less said about that the better. This is before the whole thing with him. Roderick Strong, North American tag champs, Bronson Reed and Killian Dane. That's not a terrible tag team. Big beefy boys slapping meat. And Io Shirai, yeah. I mean, this started back in 2021, January 2021. So just after their heyday of being like the top brand in wrestling. I will fight anyone on that. From like 2018, 2019, this NXT was the best brand in wrestling. And of course WWE still at the top of the mountain. Alright then, let's talk about the matches happening at the Frostbite pay-per-view. Sonico has been jealous of Rey Fenix ever since he entered Notorious Pro Wrestling. Sonico and Pentagon were once very, very close when they were both under the mentorship of Jake the Snake Roberts. However, once their rivalry ended, Pentagon went on to have one of, if not the best, NPW title reigns to date. Since Rey Fenix debuted as a contender for that title, Sonico has been enraged by the sight of luchadors attacking Rev Pro ones, NPW ones, whatever ones he can get his hands on, including Rey Fenix and Pentagon himself, having to be physically removed from his vicious assaults. They did face each other last month, but it went to a DQ when Sonico could not contain his rage. That's not an option tonight, as Rey Fenix takes on Sonico in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Aussie Open have been dominant champions since winning the tag titles from Dynasty. However, on the reverse of that, something's not right in the ranks. Tessa has gotten a bit too bossy for her boots, and cracks are starting to show. Zia has already turned on Tessa. Natalia is trying to be the calm head of the situation. Davey and Joe, however, they just want to concentrate on getting the tag titles back. But can they see past the dysfunctional Dynasty drama and reclaim their tag team titles tonight? Crazy Mary Dobson has been dominant since joining Jake the Snake Roberts. The pressure of trying to claim the women's championship for her injured friend Mad Marley Quinn drove her over the edge, and Jake the Snake was a shoulder to cry on. Since then, she's beaten Martina, she has beaten Rhea O'Reilly, and now she hopes to finally claim the women's championship from Maki Ito. But Maki claims to not be scared. She says she's just as crazy as Mary Dobson. However, doubt has entered the champion's mind after headbutting Crazy Mary Dobson, and it having little to no effect. Can the champion overcome her toughest challenger yet? It has taken a lot to see the reunion of CCK in NPW. Jonathan Gresham had to get Aussie Open and Lycos Gym to sort out their differences, but they did, and it has led to the reunion of one of the best stables in UK and possibly the world wrestling. However, Filthy Generation, not a big fan of the love fest they've seen between Lycos Gym, Aussie Open and Jonathan Gresham, and have thrown the gauntlet for a 6-man tag. But something doesn't seem right with one of the members of Filthy Generation, Kelly Ray. Something's off, and hopefully, just maybe, we'll find out tonight what it is. And in our main event, this has been going on for a while. Cast your minds back to the Grado Talent Agency and how it disintegrated in front of Grado. He lost Kenny Williams, he lost Amir Jordan, and he lost Mark Andrews until he had nothing left, and Conor McGregor threatened to fire him. Desperate, Grado reached out to someone, that someone being PAC. That was a mistake. PAC just wanted a contract so he could enter NPW and wreck shit, which he has done consistently. Attacking Grado with a chair, attacking Connor with a chair, attacking Jake the Snake Roberts with a chair, attacking Pentagon with a chair, attacking Sonico with a chair, attacking Crazy Mary Dobson with a chair. PAC has been on the warpath. That warpath led him straight through the NPW owner, Conor McGregor. It also led him right through the NPW champion, Pentagon Jr. And now it looks like it's going to lead him through Grado. Grado returned. After being injured by PAC, Grado returned to win the Braveheart Battle Royal for the second year in a row and has got a title shot at Frostbite. But Grado said he brought PAC into NPW and it is his mission to take PAC out of NPW. So not only is the title on the line, but tonight's match is also a loser leaves town match. Either win the title or get out of NPW. And that is it. Just a 5-match card, but I think it could be good. Grado in the main event again is a risk. I'm not going to deny that, but I plan on bringing Conor McGregor back tonight, and Conor McGregor does good promos, and I'm probably going to throw in a Maki promo. So although the wrestling side might not be the strongest, the promo side should be pretty good. Enough talking about it, let's book the show, shall we? Okay, and we are back, coming at you from the Limerick Concert Hall in, guess what, Limerick. It is the Frostbite pay-per-view. Nearly 1,000 fans, 937 fans. That is pretty sick. Like, think back to our first couple of shows when it was like 45. Yeah. How far we've come. So here is the show. I actually didn't have anything planned for the pre-show. No matches or promos. So I ended up just pulling stuff out my butt. So we have a triple threat tag match with Ace Austin and Kenny Williams versus Mark Haskins and Carlos Romo versus Kip Sabian and Nick Aldis. Yep, it is a fucking weird match. But a lot of cool names in that, and a lot of good workers in that. That could actually be match of the night. Watch this space. And then just a promo from Jake the Snake Roberts for his two disciples, Crazy Mary Dobson and Sonico, before their matches tonight. Also, I have to say, like, so the Master stable, like, for something that was just so randomly thrown together for spooky bullshit, they've kind of become a staple of, like, NPW. Like, to go from, you know, Jake and Pentagon to then Jake, Pentagon and Sonico to then just Jake and Sonico to then Jake and Sonico and Crazy Mary Dobson. And yeah, like, Sonico's good, man. Easily an upper mid card. Can go main event when he needs to be. Sonico's fucking good. And Crazy Mary Dobson, admittedly, she's only in there temporarily. The plan was always to turn her heel and then turn her back face when Mad Marley Quinn comes back. Yeah, I love this wee faction. I should name them. I was thinking calling them The Pit, like as a reference to Jake the Snake's Snake Pit segment. So yeah, let me know what you think. I think I'm going to call them The Pit or The Pits or something along those lines. But yeah, I think they absolutely deserve to be a legit stable. Kind of surprised I haven't given them a stable, an official stable yet. I'm blabbering. Let's just do the show. In a backstage promo, Jake the Snake Roberts blesses both his disciples, Sonico and Crazy Mary Dobson, before their matches tonight. 65 rated segment. Jake the Snake is a good talker. And then in our most random of all matches, Kip Sabian and Nick Aldis defeated Ace Austin and Kenny Williams and Mark Haskins and Carlos Romo when Aldis pinned Carlos Romo. Kenny had a 55, Ace had a 68, Romo had a 57, Haskins had a 57, Nick had a 60, Kip had a 63. Some managerial bonuses for Ace and Angelina. 64 overall, very good. Yeah, good workers. Not a bad worker in the bunch. Our upper mid-carders, Kenny, Carlos and Mark, easily holding their own against what I consider main eventers, Ace, Nick and Kip. Would I consider Kip a main event? He can work as a main eventer, but yeah. Then on to the main show in an exceptional match. Rey Fenix defeated Sonico in... It's a last man standing. I can't find the Falls Count Anywhere match. But it was a Falls Count Anywhere match. When Sonico could not, get up. I just fuck it. I'm just saying it, right? Fucking Rey Fenix beat Sonico when he got pinned in the boiler room, alright? Get fucked. Fuck you, TEW, for not having the proper fucking Falls Count Anywhere match gimmick. Camera runs over. Rey Fenix had a 65. Sonico had a 60. All in all, a 64. And managerial bonuses for Sonico and Jake. Very good match. Not the best from Rey Fenix, but because it was only a 15-minute match, I imagine he was limited. But Sonico stepping up his game to a 60. Great to see. In a backstage promo, Jen interviews Maki Ito, and unlike last time she talked about Crazy Mary Dobson, there's a little hint of doubt on whether or not Maki can beat her tonight. Lots of bonuses for Maki. 70. I expect nothing less. Maki Ito is our second best talker behind Connor. And then on to the match itself. Maki Ito defeated Crazy Mary Dobson with a quick roll-up, making it defense number 3 for Maki Ito. Mary had a 55, Maki had a 59, and managerial bonuses for Jake and Mary, and Maki has public support. Yep, so the storyline throughout this match is that Maki Ito just barely survives Crazy Mary Dobson with a quick roll-up. Mad Marley Quinn is due to come back very soon. Probably before these two face off again. We're going to have a number 1 contenders match, and Mad Marley Quinn will probably be a surprise participant in that. We'll get the win. We'll face Maki Ito. We will then at some point have Mary Dobson versus Mad Marley Quinn, which will turn Crazy Mary Dobson back face. And then we'll maybe have a Maki and Maiko, or Maki and Riho versus the Barbed Wire Dolls, which is Mad Marley Quinn and Crazy Mary Look, there's a lot, alright? This fucking storyline has like 4 more months worth of content. Because after all that, once Crazy Mary Dobson turns face again, she will be obviously either leave or kicked out of the Jake the Snake Roberts stable and replaced by Raven Creed, who's going to get kind of bumped up a bit so that she's no longer a jobber, because she kind of matches that whole like mysterious occult crazy gimmick, and will then join Jake the Snake Roberts because she'll benefit as well from having a manager. But yeah, this fucking story has like 4 months worth of content left, so get used to seeing it. Next up then, in 6-man tag action, CCK defeat Filthy Generation. Yes, Grisham has limited involvement just due to the injury. He only got a 39. Wow, that's a big toll. Holy shit. Lyco's 50, Junior 58, Lyco's 56, Stevie Boy 52, which is maybe better than he has been doing. Aspen 45, Lewis 46. Yeah, a couple of penalties there then for Grisham being injured and for his limited involvement. 49, which is okay. This will allow Grisham to kind of rest up now. This is the storyline done. Let Grisham rest. He's been working a lot recently, and he's been putting on belters. Have a month off. Post-match then, Kelly Ray gets in Stevie Boy's face about another loss for Filthy Generation and walks away. 50 raid segment. Next up, Aussie Open defeated Dynasty with the fidget spinner, making it defense number 6 for Aussie Open. Davey had a 58, Joe had a 58, Kyle had a 64, Mark had a fucking 60, nearly a 70. That was really fucking good. Bonuses all around for everyone. And yeah, 66 raid segment. What I just realised, I don't know if that's a recent thing, but Joe and Davey definitely didn't have a tag team bonus from the start. So maybe they've developed that over the past 2 years, but that's really cool to see. Shame they're splitting up. Yeah, great match from 2 great teams. Post match then, Tessa comes out and berates Joe and Davey for losing. During this berating, Zia Brookside jumps out from the crowd, is able to lay out Tessa, but only Joe is the one that helps Tessa back up. Davey and Natalya walk away. Managerial bonus there for Davey and Natalya, and a 52 rated segment overall. And in our main event, in the loser leaves town match, PAC defeated Grado in 14:52 by submission with the Brutalizer, making it defense number 1 for PAC. Grado had a 52, which is to be expected, and PAC had a 79. All in all, a 72. Wow, PAC really dragged a good match out of Grado. Like a good match. Fair balls, PAC. Post-match then, Grado is down in the ring, and Conor McGregor makes his return. This is the first time we've seen Conor since he was injured by PAC at the Fuck What They Think pay-per-view, I believe it was. He comes down, squats beside a upset Grado and says, "You have been a pain in my ass for months, and all I have thought about doing is firing you. And yet here I am with the opportunity to do so. But you've impressed me. You have taken accountability for bringing PAC in, and you tried to right that wrong, and I respect that. So instead of firing you, I have a proposition. I want you to be the general manager down in Rev Pro. I can't be two places at once, and I think you're the perfect guy for the job." Grado then stands up and shakes Conor's hand, and they celebrate in the ring. This was actually the reason why we came back for this pay-per-view, was a send-off to Grado, who, let's be honest, has been with us since nearly day 1 in Notorious. And yeah, so Grado is now the GM down in Rev Pro. Grado is a great in-ring... Nope, he's not. Grado is a great person on the mic. It's just his in-ring and the stamina really lets him down. Honestly, going down to Rev Pro as a GM is a great fit as well, I think. So yeah, Grado now going down to Rev Pro to be the general manager down there. 76 rated segment, Conor talked good. 72 overall, yeah, I am super happy with that. Considering we had Grado in the main event and still scored over 70, which is really overperforming for our size, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, super happy. Guys, that is it. There's no news to discuss coming out of the Frostbite pay-per-view. Next time you guys will be back will be next week, as we are announcing the start of the 2023 P12 for the brand spanking new and Notorious Pro Wrestling Intercontinental Championship. Yes, introducing the mid-card title. Why the fuck not? I think I've discussed this before. It's probably going to be not right away. I have plans for who's going to be the first winner of it. Just because for storyline reasons, that's why this person's winning it. But going forward, it will be kind of the workhorse title, the Intercontinental Championship, Bret Hart era sort of title, where, you know, the Grishams, the Ray Phoenixes, guys who are great in ring, not so good on the mic. So that is what the IC title in Notorious Pro Wrestling is going to be. So yes, next time you guys will be back will be for that, which is next week, the Fallout show. And you'll see the blocks as well, Block A and Block B for the tournament. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Notorious and many other great shows produced by myself and Nick and IY and Alex. If you have any suggestions for storylines, feuds, rivalries, tag team stables, name it in the comments below and I will try book it for you. Yeah, and with all that being said, I will see you next time on Bash Bros.